Bulavinak and welcome against
Breakfast host.
breakfast host
Come on, bro.
Tifa Vataiki. Bulavinak Tifa.
Say Bulapati.
Coming out of the weekend, we had quite a lot of things, with Nrua winning in Ba, making it 2 from 2 at the furnace. Also, we had the 2026 Coca-Cola Games. All right, there were about 157 schools, over 2,000 students filled up Lothala Bay at the HFC Bank Stadium. But take a look at it. It also featured the first ever participation of the Fiji Vocational Technical Training Center. Now, for persons with disability, marking a milestone in this inclusion. A total of 11 records were broken on over the 3 days. All right, and after the 3 days, there was a 45-year-old long jump record that was broken in the sub-junior girls. This was broken by Venyana Ranandi, and she leapt 45.57 meters, breaking the record that was set back in 1981. Tifa, were you present for any of the...
1981,
yeah.
you serious? I think the only one that I've ever was alive for was the high jump senior boys. Antonio Rahiman,
Yeah.
which was broken over the week. Oh man, it was so beautiful to see. I mean, I know that the sub-junior one is the longest standing record as we speak.
Yeah, that was broken over the weekend.
That was so cool. That must have been such a cool experience.
Oh, it was such a cool experience. She couldn't believe it when she had actually broken that record. But since you bring up the high jump for the senior boys, Peter Mburese of Sacred Heart College, he broke that one there. Over the past few years, that was the record that he was gunning for.
Yeah.
So it wasn't surprised that he's been hyping himself up. Everyone's been talking about that. But there was a wild card in that long jump competition, a student out of Levuka.
Right.
He pretty much kept Peter Mburese and the rest of the gang on their toes, because while they were on their second attempt, he just waited, did one attempt, boom, over.
Right.
He cleared 2.08 meters. And so everyone was like a bit like shaken, like, wait, what? Where did this guy come from?
Record is just a little bit further than that, yeah. I think when we look back at the high jump, there's been, honorable mentions. You got Skelly Wanga, who came close to the record, and he's a former rep too. But I think something that we've seen on with the Rahiman record was, it was there, it was just all a matter of technique. And then I think Peter Mburese is just, he had it last year, he had it in the bag last year. He felt like he just needed to push himself some more, because that jump was absolutely epic.
Not only was it epic, that was also the national record. So now he set the new national record at 2.10 meters, which was set back in 2003 by Antonio Raiman, formerly the FM96 Breakfast Show Host. From back in the day. So which record will you set next?
No record at all.
Okay, all right. But just, with the amount of students and the supporters that came out to watch the 2026 Coca-Cola Games, just a big vinaka level to you guys for coming out, cheering your schools on, cheering your family, your friends. So big vinaka level to the family, the friends, and the teachers and the officials as well. By the way, if you want to check out more of the videos of the races, you can go and check it out on Fiji Village Relief. For photos, videos, and interviews, you can check it out on our website, Fiji Village. Coming up after this, I've got an interview with the coach for the Fiji Aquatics team, with Sharon Pickering Smith. That's coming up straight after this. Bulavinaka, and welcome back to Fiji Village Play. I'm your host, Alipate Narawa, and with me is Triple Olympian and multiple Pacific Games gold medalist, Sharon Pickering Smith. How are you this fine afternoon?
Good, thank you very much.
All right, now I'm here with you at the Aquatic Center, and with the upcoming 14 Oceania Games. How is our squad looking?
Pretty good. Yeah, I think we've got a good bunch of 23 swimmers, 14 male and 9 females. It's before it used to be more female and male, so there's kind of been a shift. But so it's a mixture. Our youngest is 14 and it moves up to 23. So it's a big mixture of a bit of younger kids with the older kids.
Yes.
But yeah, I think, we've got a good squad. I think it's very, very, very good squad, yeah.
How many are we fielding in the first day? Because as I was looking at the program, there's different events on different days.
I know there's a 50 fly, 200 free. So we've got a swimmer in every event, at least one swimmer. So 50 fly, we've got Tolu Young, Anahira Makachin, and Hansel McKay. So there's a good. It's going to be a good first day. Heats in the morning and then finals in the afternoon. And we've also got some really fast relays. So we're looking at least podium in the relays, definitely, and in the interventions.
How many of our swimmers are in country?
Right now, we're waiting for 3 girls that have landed in Nandi, and they're on their way to Suva. So we've got 20 in camp at the moment.
So 20 in camp. How many of our swimmers all are based locally?
Locally, sorry. There's 6 overseas, and the balance is 18. Is it 18?
So
19?
those overseas based, are they out schooling?
Yes, all at summer university. Actually, they're all at university.
All at university.
Except Anahira, she's still in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from a group of athletes, who are the most promising ones that you are looking forward to that have come through this year so far?
I think all. I think they all deserve, recognition. Definitely, we see Tolu Young performing really well end of last year in the US Open, making finals, faster than some of the Olympians, gold medalists. So he's actually on track. He just missed out on the Olympic qualifier by 0.01. So he's training really well, performing really well overseas. And we see him on TV, see him on social media. So it'd be nice to watch him actually swim at home. So Tolu is definitely one to look out for. There's Anahira, who swam some awesome times last month in the Australian age. Kalera's training in Bond University. And then we've got some really young ones coming up. We have Grace Cullen, who's just won a few gold medals in the New Zealand age last month. So, you can see there's a big age and the quality of what we have. So we got Solote, and Tilden, who's our young swimmers doing the long distance events and open water. So this is trying to fill in the events, but still they deserve that spot. So it'd be interesting to see them doing, if not personal best, breaking records and winning a medal. So
I understand over the past few days, the Fiji squad has been training with other countries as well.
Yeah, it's been really good. So for the past few months, the New Caledonia and Tahiti and the French Federation have been wanting to do a collaboration of, just get together. And we've always been rivals, but I think it's time for us. It's a bit different. Yes. And I have friends way back, from when I was swimming. We're all grandparents now and still keep in touch. So I think it'd be good for us to just get together, swim with the Tahitians, and, and one of the New Caledonian coaches, he's a top Belgium. He coaches in Belgium and he's now coaching in France and now with New Caledonia. So, just picking his brain and just, we're always learning something new. So having the kids, and they're getting along so well. So that was for 2 days. 4 sessions, and just today everyone's doing their own thing now. So it's been really, really good. Yeah.
Okay, now the tough question. How do you keep them interested in swimming and focused?
It's not easy, but we've had a really good year. As of July last year, they've appointed me as performance coach, and part of my job description was trying to get the squads back up running. And I think that's really helped, where we have we've got 64 in the squad. Younger is 11. So we're really trying to nurture and look after the younger kids. So we've had 13 and 16-year-old go away to Dunedin, and they performed really well, just getting some overseas exposure. And they're already asking when's the next one. So it's a matter of just looking for funding and trying to really, and I think that's what it is. It's just trying to keep them interested in the overseas competition, because that's where, they're racing each other here. So just to get some exposure.
Yes. Outside
from, just racing each other. And, and I think hopefully we'll keep them in the sport for a bit long. We lost a few along the way, schooling, and there's a few that's on this team that are struggling with work and managing, not so much struggling, work management, schooling, and training. So we'll just, I think they'll be all right competing. So I think it's just a matter of just keeping them interested and getting the squads back on track.
Just a message to the fans and the parents.
Come out and watch. You've seen them all on social media swimming overseas. They're here. And it's just in our backyard. So please come and support the Fiji team. Wear blue, bring out the flags.
Set for now, Alim.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Coming back into the studio after this for a short break. Maka.
Naka.
Bulavanaka and welcome back to Fiji Village Play. I am your host, Alipate Narawa. With me is Tifa Vataiki, FM96 Breakfast Show Host. Now, that interview that you've just seen was an interview I had done earlier with the Fiji Aquatics coach, Sharon Smith, three-time Olympian and multiple Pacific Games gold medalist. But as I said earlier on the show, the Nrua, the Swai Shipping Fiji Nrua, they have now won 2 games from 2 at the Furnace in Ba, at the 4R Stadium at Govin Park in Ba. And Tifa was lucky enough to be part of both occasions.
Right. Oh, man.
How's the atmosphere in Ba while everyone's going crazy over the Cokes in Suva?
You know, I think that a lot of people they feel like the Coca-Cola Games is it's gonna take a lot of chunk of a lot of young students' lives. But it's good to see that the adults have something to live for. Boy, I'm going to tell you, the best thing about Mba is if you think the day one, like the first game was...
against the Brumbies.
Against the Brumbies was the atmosphere. Game 2 was even better. We had a little mini band there. And they usually are reserved for the Mba soccer team.
Yeah.
And the natives of Mba, they showed up, bro. They were rocking up. And we literally were cheering from ear to ear. It was good to see that. You know, there was times when the drums was just literally the beat, was our heartbeats. And yeah, shout outs to the Nrua organization for allowing that time to, allowing this drum section. And I think they call the Dolak. And man, shout outs to them. They were literally dancing and it's a whole different atmosphere. It seems like it's going to be hot and then it doesn't. But in terms of gameplay, the boys really stuck it.
Oh yeah, they really stood out. Their game was just amazing. So they edged the Highland. Well, I would like to say edge, but they beat the Highlands. 24 points to 14. That's not edging anyhow. Rambito scored 2. Firimi Vakatawa. Who else got on the board?
You had Elia Vanakaivata.
His 50th game. But this is what Coach... Swai Shipping Fiji Nrua coach Glenn Jackson had to say about the performance from Vanakaivata as well as Rambito and Fines. Take a look at this.
Yeah, look, I think the players bloody put their hands up for Elia. I mean, he doesn't say a lot normally, and he plays with his actions. And there's people in our team that really stepped up for Elia, and I think him and Ice were just phenomenal. To have Locks play 80 minutes, it doesn't happen too often, and to have 2 of them go for it. I know when Vodi came on, both were looking for the old sign to come up, but they were unbelievable, and I think Elia will enjoy the game. He deserves the victory, but I take my hat off to these 2, and again Isaac playing another 80 was phenomenal.
Welcome back to Fiji Village Play. That's Jacko right there, as everyone calls him, the coach for the Swai Shipping Fiji Nrua. Now, Tifa, moving on from the Nrua. Earlier this week, something that's got everyone guessing and double guessing their picks. I'm talking about the 50-man extended squad for the Fiji Water Flying Fijians for the Nations Cup. I see that you've got your dream team with you. Team. Okay, all right.
It's more of a wish list than a dream team.
Yeah. Wish list, dream team, whichever one you want to call it. I asked you earlier to name down your game day 23. I wrote down mine. We'll compare and see who we've got. So, your squad.
Okay.
Here's the part where you have to...
back for Ben, or what are we going for?
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, I'm going at 1 for Eronimawi.
I got Ronnie Maui as well.
Okay. Only because, he's a cool guy. You're a cool guy, Ronnie.
All right.
2 is Zurel.
Nah, I've got Tevita Kenevere.
Okay. The only reason why I love Zurel is because he's really showed up for this Super Rugby season, and he's very mobile. Like, I love him. And he's throwing accuracies. It's getting there, isn't it? But I know everyone's expecting Taxman too, but I'm just giving my nod for Zurel.
You don't have Matavesi?
Man, I love Matavesi, but I feel like it's time to, let's just...
The next generation.
Let's test it out.
Yeah?
Let's test
okay, I didn't have him as well.
Right.
But I have him on the bench though.
Okay. So I got the veteran himself, Donge,
Oh, you got Ndonge?
Mr.
Power to the people.
I love it, man.
I've got Ravai.
Okay. Oh, Penny.
Penny Ravai.
Okay, that's cool. That's
The
cool.
only prop that you'll see with a six-pack. Huh?
Because he's a wing. Because
He's
This
a
guy
wing at
is
heart. He's a wing at heart. If you find him, if you see him playing, he'll be on the sideline with Tony Awanga waiting for the ball to run.
Yes, go. Okay. For my 4 and 5, I've just gone simply in Rua. That's Isona Sila and Temo Minor. Just something heavy to hold down the scrum, you know?
Okay. I've got Maina Bonua and Joseph Tamani.
Oh, yo, Big Joe. Big Joe's no joke. Yes.
Yeah, because while I was going to go for Iso as well, I wanted someone fast.
Okay.
That can peel from the side of that rack and then...
Sila got a little song, you know?
He's not as fast as Smoking Joe.
Okay.
He's not as fast as Smoking Joe.
All right.
Who you got at 6 and 7?
So for 6 and 7, I've gone for a bit of 2 former 7s players. Okay, Elia Danakaiwata, traditionally an 8 for the draw,
Yep.
but I want to see him at 6, just as in a little bit of more supporting role. And then running up at 7 is Levan Imbotia. Okay, for me, it's a no-brainer.
Okay.
I want that workhorse, running at every 10 that he can see possible.
Okay, I've got Levan Imbotia, but I put him at 6.
Okay. Ooh.
I put him at 6. And I've got the Nruo try-scoring machine at 7. At Tony Awanga. Who's your 8?
Okay, my 8 is, I'm going to go simple, former All Black, current flying Fijian, Peter Gasokola.
I've got a former All Black and a former England.
Okay.
So it's either or, Nathan Hughes or Peter Gasokola.
I'd love to see Nathan Hughes get a start on the first big game, but Peter Gas is my solid pick at the back.
9 and 10, who you halves?
Okay, I'm going to go reunite them and it's going to be a Nruo for me, Nruo pair for me. Frank Lomani and Ravula.
All right.
So that's 9 and 10.
I've got Simeon Kurvoli
Ooh,
and Caleb Muntz.
big Simi, yes sir. Okay, I like that pairing.
Who's your blind?
My blind wing is none other than
We've got the same. Chuta
Weningolo. Has been busting tackles ever since he was in high school.
No, ever since he was in a diaper.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm gonna move into let's just start our pairing into the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, I got Virimi Vakatawa
Yeah.
and Yosef Omasi.
We've got the same.
I just wanna see what that game's gonna be like.
Because the reason I put Virimi there is because he's able to offload
Yes.
and able to bust through tackles. It takes at least 3 gangs to take him down. And then with the slick foot of Yosef Omasi and the speed that he has, he's got it like spades. Who's your 14?
My 14, I'm just gonna go with Big Mana. Mana Samataele.
Okay,
Like
Malas Matele.
I just feel like he's on, man. For this Ndro season, well, he's always on, but he's just on a different caliber.
The reason I've gone for my number 14 is because I want the opposition to not know who to mark. To give them a headache when it comes to marking our backline.
Are you going
So,
bus?
I'm going with the bus.
Oh my gosh.
Joshua Tisova.
Nice pick. I'm feeling gutted that I'm not thinking like you. But I think my 15 is a bit controversial. A lot of people would not expect me to pick my 15.
Who?
Vote, Karalevu.
Okay, Vote
Mr. Airball in the sky, try on the corner.
All right. I've got Rayasi as my 15 because I've also got Isaiah on my reserve bench. I've got him on the bench coming in for the impact. So with Isaiah coming in, he can ship to 10 or 15. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. But I've got Ravayet on reserve along with Hoyt.
Yep. I've got Hoyt in reserve as well.
Possible debut along with Ikanivere, Bode, Tangivalu, and Etoanga.
Yep.
So I've just decided to go with that little split. And then we've got Rambito and Ravovo.
Okay, so on the bench, I've got Matavesi, Hoyt, Donge, Yato.
Ooh! Pedeli. Oh, man, I'm sorry, Pedeli.
I've got Yato. I've got Iso Tuai, a young man from Ba.
Man.
Trying to mix in the young guns with the more experienced gang. And then I've got Mbotitu Lomani.
For big love.
Mbotitu because
Lomani is
utility.
Yeah.
That's...
He can play first center and fullback if he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I went with Rambito because he's had a phenomenal season.
Well, he's had a phenomenal season, except for that concussion that he had. Yeah. But other than that, he has secured that 15 spot for me in the Ndrua.
Yeah, well,
all right, let us know who you would like, who you will pick in the comments for this. Put down your Game day 23. I'll put up the list for the 50 extended squad that has been chosen by our acting head coach, Senirusi Seruvakula. And you can put down there in the comment section who is your starting 23 for the Nations Cup, which is coming up. Is it next month?
Next month, yeah.
Let us know who you'd like to see next on the show on Fiji Village Play. Catch you next time.